Are you dreaming of a home that reflects your style and meets your every need? Or maybe you're simply fascinated by the endless possibilities in architectural design. Either way, you're in the right place. This channel brings incredible home designs to life with stunning architectural visualizations that are sure to inspire and excite. So, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Join us as we help you imagine your next home, where design meets dreams. Let's get started.
All right, so we're diving back into that Imagine Your Next Home series again.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people, their eyes were drawn to this one in particular.
Yeah, beautiful.
This beachfront villa in Bali.
Oh, yeah.
And, you see these pictures and it's like this fantasy, it's like a traditional structure, but it's got all these like modern comforts you could possibly want right there on the sand. So,
right.
Our mission today is to like figure out if the reality actually lives up to
the fantasy.
The fantasy.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, one thing that really stood out to me, when they were describing this villa, was that they emphasized a lot about the whole open-air living concept.
Right.
Which I know is a huge part of Balinese architecture, but they were really emphasizing it here. And it made me think that it's not just about the aesthetics.
Right.
It's really reflecting something deeper about their whole connection to nature.
Yeah.
And like their lifestyle and their beliefs and things like that.
Right.
It's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, the way they describe this main living area, it's like this open air pavilion with teak furniture, and you've got views straight out to the garden.
Yeah.
Like I can practically feel the breeze just looking at the pictures.
Yeah, and you brought up something interesting, like imagining this same concept in like a California beach house, for example, which often tries to embrace that indoor-outdoor flow too.
Right.
But a lot of times what you see is like retractable glass walls.
Yeah.
Creating that kind of flexible barrier.
Right.
Whereas in Bali, it's really about complete integration with the outdoors. You've got like the alang thatched roofs and the breezeways and even courtyards within the home.
Right.
And it's really about blurring the lines between indoors and out.
Yeah, and speaking of blurring the lines, this place is not shy on luxury either.
No.
I mean, they're talking canopy beds, bathrooms that are basically outdoor gardens.
I know.
With like all this natural stone.
Yeah.
I mean, they even have a traditional Balinese garage.
No, isn't that interesting? It's wild. Like that detail.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
But it makes you realize like this is speaking to that whole trend of wellness tourism.
Yeah.
It's not just about going somewhere.
Yeah.
It's about having an experience.
Right.
And seeking out that connection with nature.
Right.
Maybe a different pace of life.
Yeah.
And this villa really seems to embody that.
Yeah, so picture yourself there for a second.
Yeah.
Waking up in a four-poster bed.
Yeah.
Maybe you've got some intricate wood carvings around you.
Yeah.
The sounds of the tropics are right outside your window.
It's idyllic.
Yeah.
It sounds idyllic.
Sounds pretty idyllic, but, the series also doesn't shy away from some of the challenges.
The reality.
Right.
Yeah, well, maintenance for one. I mean, in that climate, it's a constant thing.
Right.
You've got mold prevention, the upkeep of all the natural materials. It's doable.
Right.
Especially if you tap into local expertise.
Yeah.
But it's definitely not a hands-off kind of situation.
No.
It's something to keep in mind.
And what about privacy? With all that openness.
Yeah.
Can you really, get away from it all?
That's a good question. And that's where I think Balinese architecture really gets clever.
Okay.
Because it's not just about wide open spaces. They use things like strategically placed walls.
Okay.
Lush landscaping.
Yeah.
To create these secluded pockets.
Okay.
Within the open plan.
Okay.
They even mention in the series a Bail Bungong.
Yeah.
Which is a traditional pavilion for relaxation and contemplation.
Right.
So, privacy is achievable.
Okay.
It's just designed differently than what we might be used to.
Okay.
Yeah.
They also brought up accessibility.
Yeah.
Which I thought was interesting and a valid concern.
Yeah.
How does Bali's infrastructure really stack up for someone who's used to Western standards?
Right. Well, Bali has been developing rapidly, but it's definitely wise to be realistic.
Yeah.
Traffic can be a factor.
Right.
Certain amenities that you might be used to might not be as readily available.
Right.
So you'd really need to research the specific location and weigh your needs.
Yeah. So it's like this tropical paradise but with a side of practical considerations.
Exactly. And I think that's what makes this whole series so interesting.
Right.
You know, it's highlighting the trade-offs that we make when we're choosing a lifestyle.
Yeah.
You know, this villa offers that immersion in nature, the cultural richness,
Yeah.
but with the understanding that it comes with its own responsibilities and adjustments.
You know, it's making me think back to those bathrooms.
Yeah.
All that natural stone open to the elements.
Yeah.
Could you see yourself adapting to that kind of lifestyle?
I think that's the key question, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, this villa is not just a building, it's representing a whole different way of living.
Right.
And if it appeals to you,
Yeah.
I think it's worth examining why.
Yeah.
What are those aspects that really resonate with you?
Right.
And are you prepared for the realities that come with them?
Yeah.
You know, and this goes beyond just Bali. This
Wow.
applies to any dream home that we might envision.
It's like this series is prompting us to do more than just daydream.
Yeah.
You know, it's making us evaluate what truly matters
Yeah.
in a home and maybe even in ourselves.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, definitely something to ponder as we continue our own deep dives into this world of architecture and design.
Absolutely.
All right, well, thanks for joining me on this deep dive.
Yeah,
And,
this was a good one.
we'll see you on the next one.
Sounds good. You
Thanks for watching Imagine Your Next Home. We hope this video sparks some inspiration for your dream space. If you enjoyed the journey, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear what inspired you the most. And, of course, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on our latest architectural visualizations and home design ideas. Thanks again for joining us, and until next time, keep imagining your next home.